Hello everybody, this is Etho, and I think you know what's going on here. I need more mindless activities I can do in my world here so that I can talk, because grinding Enderman gets boring quickly. But anyway, just a short intro for today's episode. We're going to be doing something strange, something a little out of the ordinary. It's been done before, but not often. We're going to go visit another world of mine, one I've spent many hours working on and that I've talked about a fair bit, but you've never seen it. Can you figure out what I'm talking about from those clues? Well, if not, I'll give you a few more. As you know, I'm a big fan of Vex and the Super Hostile series he's made. I've played through Canopy Carnage, Legendary, Spellbound Caves. We're playing Kaizo Cavern right now in the Ooge series. And they're a lot of fun. I like the challenge. CTM map stands for Capture the Monument, and the goal is to collect 16 colors of wool and put them on the final victory monument. That's how you complete the game. And the wool is very difficult to get, though. It's scattered throughout the world. You have to find it and plow through countless mobs to get it and dangers, and that's what makes it fun. So sometime around the middle of me playing Legendary, I got into my head that I want to make a super hostile based map as well, a CTM map, because I enjoyed them so much, and with no prior experience with map making or MC edit experience or just general large scale project experience in Minecraft, I decided to work on one, and it's been a great learning experience. But thinking about it today, I want to get back into map making again, and I realized working on the CTM map again is probably just going to be a waste of time. I don't think I would ever get it finished, even if I put a lot of hours into it. And I just don't want it to go to waste, so we're going to see it today, and I'll take you through it. Basically, there's a few things about the CTM style I don't enjoy in map making. Exploration's kind of a big part of them, which requires, making interesting terrain, and that's something I have no skill for whatsoever. So I don't really want to get into that, and well, you'll understand once you see the map. Let's go check it out. It's gonna be fun. I've been excited to show you guys this. So here we go. Oh man, here we are in the CTM map. This is the spawn area where you start out. I never did name it, so I'll just keep calling it CTM map throughout this, and I'll probably take you through the map, show you some cool things I like about it, and just general commentary, things I like, don't like, whatever. A little bit more background about why the decision to not or to discontinue it. I was going to say not continue this. Discontinue it. The decision to discontinue this came from I got a new map plan, a new style of map I want to make. As I was building this, I kind of realized my favorite part of map making is setting up situations for the player, setting up traps and mechanisms and that type of thing. Not really the whole building or making terrain or that type of thing. Uh, that's not what I found fun. I like the mechanisms. So the new map style I have will take advantage of that. It'll mostly just be setting up mechanisms and stuff. And also, while I was building this, a lot of patches came out, a lot of changes were made. Interestingly, yeah, one of the patches that came out made these fall off, and now it's back again where they can stay on. Mob eggs came out. That's a huge thing. Kind of removes the need for spawners because you can control how many mobs you get, which is huge. with my setup in this map, I was relying on natural spawns and mobs from spawners mostly, and it made setting up mechanisms very challenging to do it with spawners compared to eggs, you know. We got lamps, we got upside down stairs and slabs. We can make things look better now, and just a lot has changed. I made this before Anvil as well, but yeah, enough talking. Let's get into this. This is gonna be cool. So you start in this room. This is to mimic an interrogation room, as you might have guessed. A little bit of story here when you get in. Sit down and stop screaming. One of Spaz's most esteemed torture interrogators will be here shortly to greet you. Spaz is very curious as to why you entered his world. Your bravery is commendable, but negated by your stupidity. All humans should know that you are no match for him. Ho ho ho. So you start in this interrogation room and captured by Spaz's men. And these guys are just kind of watching you, which is pretty creepy. When you're ready to go, you hit this button. I don't know if this is going to work still. Sounds like it. And after a certain amount of time, you might wander around here a bit. This is one of the reasons I want mob eggs, because this thing can take any amount of time. There we go, finally. Because that relies on a spawner. And, oh yeah, mob AI changed too, so that guy's not even coming after us anymore. Although I'm in creative mode, that doesn't help. You go through here. Well, what your options are to either bust through this glass and try get that chest there, which is not recommended, or go out this way. Then there's some more hints. Pro tip, you may eat... Oh no. This is a survival map. Resources are limited. You are allowed to harvest any blocks that you wish to. Obviously, this means you may also break any blocks. Then pro tip, you may even steal torches you find. So this is the first trap in the map, really. If you try to take these torches, haha, you're dead. This is kind of like a prison. If these guys killed you, you would end up in your cell. Otherwise, you're just outside of the cells. And there's lots of these guys trapped here. You can tell a lot of parts of the map are not complete. I'm actually just going to go ahead and sleep. Here's an overview of what I've got done. As you can see, there's no terrain. I have no idea how I would get this underground, because this is supposed to be underground. As far as I know, there's like no fill features in MC Edit that would make that easy. Alright, let's get back down. This is a prison. Storage room, I don't think I ever finished. Nope. Prisoners. Meeting rooms. There's going to be... None of the chests have anything in it. I was going to wait till the map was done before I put items in the chest, because I was going to balance around, you know, once all the natural mob spawning rates were figured out and everything was figured out, then I would put items into adjust the difficulty that way. There's a lot of mobs around here. We're going to switch them off for a sec. Meeting room A. One of these is a trap. It's this one. And that wouldn't really do much. It would just hold you in this room. You'd have to fight the zombies. There's another one here, which is not a trap. Oh yeah, another big change that occurred was you can break blocks a lot quicker with your pick or you know, certain blocks you can break quicker with your axe. That patch came out, so you can break spawners really quickly now, which really has a big effect on things. This is just for fun. Anyway, you find your way through the little bit of a maze here. Takes you to this room. This is my favorite room that I made. There's some spawners here. Are we on? Yeah. Just for fun. Underneath is lava, which lowers the spawn rates. Because at this point you won't really have any gear. And you might recognize this from the Good prank. I don't think I put anything in the chest. Oh, I did. Paintings. Temporarily. If you go this way, this takes you to the interrogation room. It's kind of cool. This was supposed to be like, I think I was going to put some iron armor in here. A little bit. Maybe some food. Uh-oh. Oop. That's that room. And then this one's pretty big. There's a spawner up there, which will either spawn them on the bridge or they'll fall down here. There was skeleton spawners up here, which will constantly shoot at you until you take them out. So you can go through these doors. There's... oh, this got triggered. Go up through here, go up here to these, and then there's a chest here as well, which is empty. There's a TNT cannon there, which explodes around here. I can't remember if it's set up or not. There's a hidden chest down there. So you can see there's quite a few mobs in here. It would be very difficult to balance the amount I wanted using natural mob spawns because, you know, it all depends on how much land you have out there, how many dark spots you have around the area. But this is way too many. Also, you get Endermen with natural spawns, which can wreck things. Let's see. So those guys fall down. They can fall in the water and come get you. They'll spawn indefinitely. In these pillars, there's spider spawners as well. If you go up the stairs here, you kind of get distracted by the creeper face, and that pops down, which is empty. But we can put arrows, or I think even I'm going to try a splash potion. When I made this, splash potions would only get shot like one block out of dispensers. Now, in one of the patches that was changed, I want to see if it'll hit me. Oh, it does. That's cool. So I could have put a damage potion or something in there now. But we will put arrows in, if I can find them. Come on. There they are. Okay, so this is the effect. Kind of cool. Got a couple of those. They're there on the other side as well. So I really like this room. I think it looks cool. Took a very long time to make because I pretty much did it block by block. Although I only built half the room and then I duplicated it to the other side, basically. Very cool view from up here. If you have to go back for some reason, you can jump off into the water. This is nice. Alright. So then you get up to this point, and you guys might recognize this room. I showed it in one video. I really like this room too. It looks cool. This is an intersection. Again, there's just tons of mobs around because it's not balanced. This is the first wood you would see. I give you one piece, which you can't really do anything with. A lot of people were wondering about this trap. Obviously it's a trap, but how does it work? Well, if you break this wood block, or you can break the sand or the gravel, and then that happens. And there's a chest down here. Aha, I bet you didn't expect that. Aha. Yeah, so it was kind of like a fake out, but actually a trap. You know, you think it's a trap at first, then, oh, there's goodies down there. You hop in the hole, and then, yeah, it actually is a trap type thing. Over here, this wasn't really balanced the way I did this. There's this path here leads to trees to get wood, and then that was supposed to lead to the first wool, the white one, and then that was supposed to lead to the outside world upstairs. We'll go over here. This is one of the first areas I made. I'm not overly happy with it, and for some reason that's triggered. Okay. You come to this window, and you see trees, which you need. Oh, that's what's wrong. There we go. So then creepers start falling down, but you have to get in there to get wood, you know, to get saplings. The longer you wait to go in, the more creepers will fill up the room. They fall in from up there. Although that was changed slightly somehow. So that's kind of like what you have to do to get the wood in this map. But there's still no stone. This over here is the first wool. This beginning is a little bit of a mess. There's a blaze spawner here. There's a player sensor that makes those trapdoors open and close and go chaotic like that. This was an idea I was playing around with. There is an end portal there. The idea is, if you find an ender eye hidden in the map, it'll make going through here a little bit easier if you put it in there. There. Right now you got four zombie spawners out there. If you put that in, the TNT goes off. And that gets rid of that. I also had it set up so if you break this, it'll trigger a trap, because I had it set up so the way it works is it uses a bud switch to detect you placing the ender eye in, but I thought if someone was to destroy it, it would do the same effect. So we need a way of determining if an eye was placed in or if it was actually destroyed. So it can sense both. But later I realized that you can't actually destroy ender portals. I thought you could for some reason, so that is pointless. We go through here. At this point of making the map, I was just kind of a little bit, I wanted to get a lot done, so I just copied this room over and over and over again and kind of made like a maze out of it. And you go through each area doing that. and these would be full of mobs. And these rooms are not set up. There's supposed to be mob spawners in each one. This here is an idea I had for special stations that will heal you or give you a speed increase or strength. If you walk into it, you get a speed potion. Because this area is pretty big, I wanted the player to be able to get through it really quick. It's challenging making something like this though, because you don't want the player to get the potions, which is only possible if you do a 3x3 thing of bedrock around a dispenser. Because if you have bedrock like that, for example, if they set off a TNT here, it can pass through a block diagonally and blow up the dispenser, and they could get potions that way. So if you got a lot of mob eggs or a lot of potions somewhere, you have to make sure the player can't get it, which is a real challenge. Oh, I got something in my throat. I'll be right back. Alright, that's better. I had a little bit of a drink here. Let's continue. There's not a whole lot more left to show, but yeah, this first area was going to be kind of like a maze, although you could easily figure out places you've been if the door is down like this. And each of these rooms was going to be customized a little bit, different spawners, different amounts of spawners, and you know, some might have lava in or water, but I never got to that point. These doors are actually really simple. I like them a lot though. It's just pressing the button updates the sand, which makes it fall. That's all there is to it. I like it. So yeah, the idea is they would run through this pretty quick and fight all the mobs they see on the way. And there might be some healing stations throughout just to help them move quicker. Some of the dead end rooms might have chests in, but you could see it. You could get lost pretty easily just because it's so massive, and it kind of loops back too. So if you go one way, you might end up back at the beginning. This here is a little bit of a. Oh, it's triggered. Uh-oh. Yeah, triggered already. When I did the restore, I didn't delete the folder, so I think some of this stuff is messed up. Let's see if there's more than one. Nope. Well, this... Too bad. There was a gas stake in here. And this door was up. So when you got to the door, since it's a long hallway here, you might have thought this was the end or the destination you were looking for. But when you open the door, it falls down. You get that in your face, and it was supposed to scare the player. But yeah, not the best demonstration there because it was already activated. But anyway, I guess we'll just cheat here. This is the maze again. This is the room we're looking for, this one here. I kind of graphed this out on paper first and just connect the dots, and that's how I came up with the pattern. Let's go to this one. We'll switch it back to peaceful. Ah, and this is triggered too. Dang it. Ah, I should have just deleted the folder. Basically, there's a sand door here too. Actually, I think it was at this level. And there was a lever in the middle. When you pulled the lever, it caused the sand to fall down this hole to here. we'll just mimic it. And if the sand in the corner falls, this in the corner here, does this. Kind of a cool way of making a staircase for the player to get down. And the sand would have landed like this, so it would have been flat. And then this was going to be the wool room area. There's going to be, by this point in the game, mob eggs came out, and I was going to set up an ambush here for the player. And the wool room, pretty close to over there, first wool. But that's about as far as I got. So you could imagine I've spent, probably at least 10 hours on this map, and I didn't even get the first wool down, so that's like not even 1/16 of the map done. No terrain was made, so to actually complete the map probably would have taken me well over 200 hours or so, and I just don't want to put that kind of time into it. And again, like I said, there's a different map style I'd rather do that I think I could actually finish and would be a lot more fun for myself and the player. So that's what I'm going to do. And with the new map style, I plan on streaming it on Twitch TV when I work on it, instead of having it all secret, because once you know the traps in this, it kind of takes away from it. With the new map style I'm going for, I want it to be maybe replayable. You know, not necessarily knowing where the traps is the main part of the game. It's just learning how to deal with them is the main part of the game, I guess. I don't know. It'll make more sense in the future. I also started working on a Victory Monument area. I was going to do a Bud Switch style one. It's kind of the shape I came up with for the 16 wool. Is that 16? 3, 6, 12, and 7? 19. So 16 wool plus the iron, gold, and diamond block. That's what it's for. I got one of these set up just to try it, make sure it works. That would trigger a light or a note block or something. Some visual indicator that you got the wool placed. Something you guys might find interesting, I'm sure most people know this, you can actually hack potions in editors. A normal speed 2 splash potion lasts for, you can also make them stack like that. It usually lasts for 1 minute and 7 seconds, but you can add an extended factor to it, so it's actually 3 minutes, which is kind of cool. So you normally in the game you either only get extended or tier 2, but if you hack it you can get tier 2 and extended combined, which is cool. And this was just a little experiment I was doing. Whoa, 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 whoa. Get back up. Glass. I thought one of these had, there it is. You can put other entities in these spawn eggs, and in one point in the game you could like shoot TNT off that instantly explodes, for example, but that was later taken out and now just shoots nothing. Or you could spawn boats that way, or minecarts from eggs. But yeah, that's the map. I hope you enjoyed it. Not necessarily going to scrap this. I might take some of the rooms and use it in future projects. But I would rather just start fresh, something new that I want to work on. So that's what we're going to do. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's fun little detour there, checking out the map. To me, it's not really sad saying goodbye or or putting it aside anyway. Uh, I'm not the type of person that clings to things. I am a little worried though that some people might be disappointed as they were looking forward to playing it, I know. But I just think my efforts would be better spent making a simpler map that's more fun. Is I guess the way I would say it. The new map idea I have is to kind of make like a dungeon style game where you have mobs spawning, specific number of mobs spawning from mob eggs, and as you go through the dungeon you get different loot, and it gets more challenging as you progress further type thing, and there'd be traps hidden, and that's the type of map I would rather make instead of, you know, focusing on making something that's fun to explore. And the way I had that CTM map set up wasn't very good. There's too many traps. I was having too much fun adding them, and it would have been overwhelming to the player, I think, to have all that going on constantly. And that's also what was making it take so long to build. But Vex made a really good point in one of his videos that it's a lot easier to work with negative space than it is with positive space. So to start with a big lump of land and then take away from it to make your map instead of starting from nothing and building from scratch your map. It's a lot easier to work with negative space, and I made the mistake of going with positive space because pretty much everything you saw there was placed block by block, which is no way to make a map, a big map. But anyway, I rambled enough for today. I will say goodbye. Thank you for watching, everybody, and I will see you again next time. Of course. 4 in a row.